So, hello, we're going to be seeing OG Dota versus MVP Phoenix in the first round of the upper bracket. It's going to be already Io Naga, Drow, and Titan banned out. Faces Void for first pick for MVP Phoenix. In a matchup which I got to say, OG definitely favorites coming into this, but MVP can always pull stuff out of a hat. A team known for kind of one kind of set play style of just running at you. And I'm joined by Zella and Greg's lad.
Hello.
So who do you think is going to win this one?
In my opinion, I'd say OG are going to win this one. They've been very strong. They haven't lost a game yet in the tournament so far.
Yeah, MVP not actually winning a best of 2 series in the entire thing.
No, they're
what a noise.
6 draws, 1 loss at the moment.
Yep, and Batrider Earth Spirit picked up. What do you think about the kind of Void versus Batrider? And kind of picking Bat into Void isn't the most common pick. What do you think about that one?
I'm back, but I think Void is fine against Batrider. I mean Batrider.
Other way around, yeah.
Because it has great lockdown. I mean, he can't time walk, and he's so squishy anyway, so you can just get killed easy.
Yeah, and the Earth Spirit as well, gonna really make his life a hell. Especially if they do a kind of bully lane, off lane, they can do Earth Spirit. Batrider would be pretty nasty. And if that's a safe lane Void.
Do you think they're running a safe lane Void?
I think they've picked Darks here.
Yeah.
It's a safe lane Void, so a QO really does love that Slaughter, and we've seen Dubu pick it for him countless times, but looks like they're definitely coming off of that, and there looks to be a faceless Void safe lane. So could be quite the exciting game. I love watching Void games. Alchemist banned.
Oh, they're not dealing with any of this new shit. This Elder Titan, Drow Ranger, and Oracle.
Yeah, the 6.88 meta, but thoroughly being banned out so far. I guess I can see
the old shit.
Yeah, I can see the Alchemist ban. I see why that's been done. I mean, if they're picking a safe lane Void, they'll need quite a good late game mid, something that can carry them into the ultra late. Slog banned.
Always trust in the goddamn OG draft though.
Yeah, Fly is pretty good. Well, that's interesting. Death Prophet banned despite Phoenix having the Void themselves. So I guess MVP worried about OG taking it themselves.
They could be running something like a TA and just bloody balling out on them.
Yeah. But I don't know. TA's good, but you have to get some pretty good chronos for that to work. Like, you need to be right on the edge.
That could be mid as well, because Miracle's a god at that shit.
Yeah, Juggernaut. Not giving much away. A hero that can, it could be Batrider mid, it could Juggernaut off lane. Or, of course, it could be Juggernaut carry. But Moon it's probably a Batrider Moon. Oh, Spirit Breaker. Well, that is an odd one. Haven't seen him for a long time. Well, I guess
great synergy with Faceless Void.
Yeah, charge into Chrono. Bash them all up, I guess. Bit of a weird pick. I don't see how it's particularly good versus Batrider. I feel like it's not great. You can kind of counter-initiate when he jumps in and stop him dragging him back. I guess that works. But they didn't go for like Avenger or anything, which is standard kind of pick. And considering they have Void, I'm surprised they didn't pick it anyway, since OG might pick it to counter the Void. So, yeah, Spirit Breaker coming out. A free melee lineup with a Faceless Void so far. In fact, 5 melee heroes
still in the pool.
Oh!
That might be a pick for OG, because then they get the extra movement speed on Batrider, everything for Jug.
Oh, yeah, that's
unstoppable. And it could be even the other way around. MVP Phoenix could get it. Great with Void.
I don't think. But then they'd have 4 melee heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I reckon it's that Moon's gonna have a pretty nice time in this off lane actually. If by the looks of things, Spirit Breaker and Void in the safe lane,
Oh, shit, yeah, they're gonna get.
you don't really struggle much. He's not gonna get gone on. Not gonna. Well, he will, but he's probably not in too much danger of dying. And Shadow Demon with a
That's good
Juggernaut
versus Barra.
into the PA. So it's a mid PA. But yeah, I can. That makes some sense. But
These top tier drafts are too much. What is this?
these are some weird drafts. But it's the purple and blue hero strat.
Hmm.
They just want that kind of one color palette. You're either blue or purple. No red heroes. OG. They must be feeling confused. This is a very strange draft, and with 4 melee heroes with a faceless void, Venge is finally banned. I mean, how are they going to tie this in? I'm waiting for like a pick to really tie the draft together and show us why they've gone this kind of void and heavy bounty hunter. The 5 melee strat comes out. Woo.
And they you're saying shit about this. They already have 3 melee.
I really don't see how this draft's gonna work. I mean, what? They have Darkseer. It's the only kind of combo I even see, and his illusions aren't going to attack him with Chrono. He can vacuum into the Spirit Breaker charge into like a 5-man Chrono. Timbersaw, there's a miracle staple. It's going to be no-tail Juggernaut then, which means we're going to see Moon on the Batrider, as I thought, and
As opposed to what? Shadow Demon off lane?
I know,
Straight
I was
off lane?
expecting Juggernaut off. I thought it might be a Juggernaut off lane with Batrider mid. Or Juggernaut. Yeah,
yeah, fair.
or Juggernaut mid. Yeah. But, yes. Just waiting to get into this game as. Well, I gotta say, OG have this in the draft alone. I mean, Timber against 5 melee heroes. It's gonna be pretty difficult to kite him. I mean, you've got some stuff to do with him. Iron Shell's really good versus him early if they decide to kind of make early rotation.
Oh, predictions, boys.
Yeah, prediction.
What are we feeling?
Tower's gonna be killed before 10 minutes. This is MVP. And if MVP can't manage to do it, then OG definitely. First Roshan kill, we give the OG. Highest magic or pure damage. Yeah, probably Moon. No, Miracle. Miracle. And first triple kill is gonna go to Moon, I think. I feel like he's got the egg. So it's gonna be game 1 in this MVP versus OG game. It's going to be QO and on the PA Forev, on the Darkseer, Bevy playing the Bounty Hunter. And we're gonna see MP on Faceless Void and Dubu on the break. Well, you wanna do OG or Bevo?
I'm not up for.
Or Bevo, you wanna run down OG?
We got OG Fly on the Shadow Demon, OG Crit on the Earth Spirit, Miracle on Timbersaw, OG Moon on Batrider, and No Tail on Juggernaut.
Yeah. And
I think
what
OG
instantly?
have got this in the bag, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. It's a
See
strange
how
draft.
There's going to be any
And
synergy in the Chrono.
We're instantly going to see a
Oh,
fight
shit,
here.
it's
But
double.
Iron Shell, the double Iron Shell is doing so much damage to Fly, but No Tail Spin is actually going to get the first blood. It goes to Fly. Fly goes down in the end. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade as Febby doesn't have a Invis here, as he's going to continue to.
I think Febby's
Actually,
fine.
he's
Febby's
fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's got Invis back. He's just going to harass out No Tail and Invis. They do have a Darkseer Pub Stomp Bounty Hunter Darkseer combo, and Bebby, who actually popped out of Invis there to get a final right click off.
They kind of chucked everything to get that rune for Void.
Yep. And
Oh no, never mind.
OG.
Void's... Sorry, wrong person.
Oh, right.
Phantom Assassin.
It's going to have to go back to spawn, I'd say.
Nah, it looks like Bounty's just gonna suicide himself. Yep. He goes down to the creeps. And losing nothing, but not really gaining much. There's Miracle struggling early in this mid.
I don't think
Took a lot of
it will
damage
be that
on that
way
fight
for
there.
long. I'm not sure QO as PA can do anything.
Oh, I think QO can. I think PA is pretty difficult mid. Oh, and we're gonna see Crit and Miracle. We're gonna try and make it go onto this QO, just harassing him back. Yeah. It's QO. PA is quite good at just dealing with kind of gankers. He can, if they don't kill him, he can sit back and dagger. Doesn't even need to necessarily last it with it, but I think
yeah,
now that
when Miracle fills up his health, it's going to be very difficult for him to get close to the creep.
yeah.
He's got that early game. What he did that well, just to whittle him down early, so he can deal.
Moon, as I said, looking to have, he is not having too much trouble in this off lane. He's 5-1, which is equal on terms with the PA. He's pretty safely last hitting, not in too much danger. It's just, I don't see MVP winning any of their lanes
Got no
substantially.
synergy in the Void Chrono.
Yeah, they've
Except
got
for wall,
nothing.
which
And they're
doesn't
not
even
going to
work.
win lanes. And Fevy is going to snag Maroon here,
nice.
as there's a charge coming onto Crit, but it's from way downtown. He's
Crit
actually
dead.
going to charge behind Miracle, but Crit goes down anyway to the Dark Tier Iron Shell, as Spirit Breaker ends up just hitting into creeps.
Maybe making that
And-
move behind him as he tried
Yeah.
to boulder away.
Yeah. Well,
Play.
maybe this is the way MVP win the lanes, because they're definitely not going to win them in just a static lane. So,
You're gonna need Bounty to babysit this PA.
yeah. Miracle actually level on last hits and denies with PA
Charge
as
on Moon.
Dubu charges onto Moon. There's the bash. Gonna get another
Oh,
bash
shit.
breaker, but it's not gonna be, not gonna result in anything. Just a harassment. They do force a salve out from Moon. No tail. Last hitting. The best in the game at this point. 16-7. As Fly is gonna disrupt up the Dark Seer. There's the spin. Beautiful block. Forev tries to get that return kill on Fly, and maybe Fevy's gonna try. As he doesn't have a Shuriken. There's the Janata strike coming off first, but Fly is gonna be completely safe. And he's just gonna walk away in his invis. As
No
the
talent
lane's
miracle.
continuing to not be good for MVP.
Yeah, Miracle filled up his
Yeah.
HP and now he's just dominating that
No
mid.
talent miracle on top of the last hits.
Yeah. As Fevy tries to make just some harass onto No-Tail. That Iron Shell at this point, it's level 2, so it starts to do quite a lot of damage, especially if you get 2 up, the 100 damage per second. So No-Tail in a bit of pickle as the Iron Shells start to do more damage. As Crit rolls straight onto Febby, there's the dust coming out.
Febby's
This is
dead.
definitely going to be a dead bounty hunter. The kick comes out. There is the chain just to finish him off. There is a regen rune which actually wasn't taken by... No, it was taken. It's still showing up on my map. That's weird.
Moon's having a
It's-
harder time bot than we thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 11-3, but starting to.
As soon as he gets
get
his tranquils though, I think he can on top of the lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, he could just jump into the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to do that now. Get a little bit of catch-up farm, but he's actually losing to the Darkseer. But now that he's got these jungle creeps zipping up a little bit, but Miracle completely commanding this game so far. He's level 6 first. He's got the most last hits. Going
That was a very
Well,
ballsy
second
pick, picking PA. Like third, did he?
Yeah.
And then running
it
at
was
mid off that.
Yeah. I mean, we knew they needed to carry mid.
They're looking to attack
But
the fighter here.
PA was not the one I thought, as Crit is not gonna, he's not gonna spot out MP. Back in the mid lane, Miracle CSing quite evenly with the PA.
I think they're looking to
Dubu.
go on.
Dubu. Oh. There's the Shadow Poison coming out. On top lane, No-Tail getting really low. He actually goes down. It must have been a double Ion Shell combo. Dubu charging away with 2 stacks. We don't get anything. And because we left Juggernaut on his own, it meant the Bounty Hunter and Darkseer could strike, and they took that chance well. And just a really nice play from MVP as Miracle... the rune snagged by PA, but Miracle's going to do a lot of return damage here, getting him down to about a third HP.
How did PA get that?
Got no rotate.
He daggered and just ran around him.
Yeah, I thought Miracle.
I thought you body blocked him. Yeah.
It's the little plays that count, but I think PA, it's not worth. He loses so much health and has to use those bottle charges. Void being forced back, his Moon last hit onto the tower.
Yeah, Moon's just gonna run riot now.
Yeah. It's 25 last hits. He's still bottom of all the cores, the lowest CS in core, but only 4 behind the PA and the Darkseer. But it's both offlaners having 5 games. As No-Tail, in fact, as Darkseer picking up a few kills actually. No-Tail gets harassed back again. Still has the most losses in the game, but that 1 death is going to really affect him.
Void's going to overtake him now, though.
They've got Darkseer. I didn't actually realize, but they got Darkseer, Barra.
Dust going to come out onto Fly. Oh my word! But Disruption has to come out defensively. Defensively, the Chrono is going to head onto 3. QO not being finished off by Crit here. There's the Shadow Poison coming out. They actually managed to kill Fly in this engagement, but they're going to try and kite out Miracle. There's a bash, 2 bashes. He's going to Timber Chain away for Chakram. It's going to finish off Bounty Hunter. Brilliant play from him as MP completely leaves Miracle on the backline. Stubu charging up Crit to try and save himself. He does get away, but MP's going to go down too. And it looks so amazing for MVP there, but they only get the Shadow Demon. It started off from a great kind of crit from PA. A Chrono for 3 men.
It was so underwhelming. Because I'm not sure he hit. I think he caught most of his team in it.
He caught QO, yeah, he caught QO in it. He had no follow-up because they just don't have a lineup, which is particularly good for following up in the Chrono. They have Ion Shell and that's about it. So, it's not what... It would have been amazing if they'd have had some more synergistic heroes. But yeah, OG taking... That was a nice fight for OG. They're going to be very happy about that. And Miracle, it looked like he was going to die, but he just... The burst damage on Tibbs was just so underwhelming. Overwhelming, sorry. You really underestimate it.
Alright, just picked up his Tranquils now as well.
Yeah. As Juggernaut finally finishing both phase shift coming out onto him. It's very trying to stalk Moon Meander. Just gonna trade right. I think Moon's always gonna win this. As the smoke up coming from the 2 supports of OG, looking to try and catch out this Void again, but they are gonna run into Febby. There's the Invis Ward instantly coming out. The kick comes out. Disruption. Down goes Febby. As Shadow Demon picks up back on Bounty Hunter, and in the mid lane, Miracle playing very aggressive. Look at him. He's in no man's land. They've switched towers as he's switching aggro constantly. Miracle knows he can kill QO if he can just get the right Timber Chain. Oh, and he misses both his Chakram and Timber Chain, and now they might try and turn as the charge comes in. QO right-clicking him down, but the reactive armor stacks are there. There's the Iron Shell coming across. He's actually going to miss the Timber Chain because of the vacuum. There's the wall coming out to try and secure it. Is he going to get away? The time dilation, making sure he can't Timber Chain, and Bounty Hunter ending that streak. Not the best hero to give a big streak to, but, you know, it's a nice, they finally get a return kill. And a tower goes down. 15 seconds.
Just prediction.
Yeah.
10 seconds before the 10-minute mark. So
he took it, Batrider.
I think,
yeah,
Batrider, Moon Meander, the god, saving our bacon with the predictions. Oh, No-Tail. Oh, I think it might have been both Moon and No-Tail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, No-Tail. Yeah.
As score 5 and 8, 10 minutes in. We await the smoke purchase by Spirit Breaker. But Chrono is back. Wall will be back pretty soon, in 50 seconds.
Had to expend so much for Miracle.
They did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the wall. I guess the 150 damage was used.
Yeah, then the stick just completely counteracted that.
Yeah, it might have been better just not to waste it. But maybe it was required. It's better to be safe than sorry. Committing a 4-man rotation, not getting a kill.
It was 5.
Was it
Yeah,
5?
Bounty ran at the end and just chucked.
Oh,
his
yeah.
shuriken.
Getting a 5-man rotation and not
Pretty
getting a
anti-kill
kill
on
out of
that,
it
in fairness.
would be pretty terrible. So it was worth it to make sure. As QO continually having a tough time. He's 6th in the net worth here. With about 300
swear, I
behind
never
the
see-
safe lane counter.
I never see an OG game where their 3 cores on at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Although Darkseer is on the top as Miracle, gonna harass down QO. No tail running in. As the charge does come out on him, they're gonna TP in. In comes
Oh,
Void, this
they
could be a
can't
big
hello.
chrono! He's not going in, and then instead Boo Boo gonna be harassed back. There's Forev being just a nuisance to Miracle. Nothing happening yet, as it looks like Moon's gonna finish off Boo Boo, Doobu on the back lines. There's the dust coming out. Febby, Timber Chain down, Shakram. Oh, the chrono's gonna come out onto it. It's a
Nothing
nice
to
chrono.
deal with it, though.
But there's just no follow-up. There's the Shadow Poison gonna come out. Ooh, hits onto 3. It's a nice wall, but there's no vacuum follow-up. But Ion Shell used on M-Key. They're gonna finish off Moon Meander here. But it's still a 1-for-1 trade. And No-Tail spins around, just doing damage to everyone. They finish off Void. Shakram comes out onto Fly. They're gonna finish him off with the illusion, the defensive disruption. No, they do finish him off with that Darkseer wall illusion as a 2-for-2 trade. But you're trading a safe lane carry and a support for a support, and Batrider as Doobu charges through all 3 of them. He's gonna strike down the Earth
Crazy.
Spirit. And buyback coming out from Bounty Hunter as he TPs straight in. Doobu doesn't really know what to do. Haste Rune picked up on Miracle. He's gonna get
Juggernaut has ult.
he's gonna get Whirling Death. There's the Juggernaut. Oh, onto Doobu. This fight has gone on for so long, and the Shakram is gonna connect onto No Tail and Miracle as this is just gonna be OG backing off.
Buybacks.
A
for nothing.
weird fight. Yeah, what a weird buyback. I guess he wanted to buy back so he could track and give his team the movement speed, but Miracle got a haste. And that just completely stopped that. It is worth it for OG in the end because of that buyback. If Bounty Hunter doesn't buy back, it's a pretty even trade. It's a 3-for-2.
Oh wait, they're fighting under 2. They were fighting under the tier 2s. I didn't even realize the tier 1 was still up.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Tier 1 was still up. A pretty deep dive, and OG just don't get punished enough and actually gain more. Thanks to the Bounty Hunter buyback, as he's now dusted and it's going to get from bad to worse here. Magnetize use. There, Flame Break coming out, but Doobu's going to actually charge and try and counter-initiate here. Forev, the double Iron Shell. It's going to finish off Crip, but it was Doobu getting absolutely eviscerated by this Miracle. Forev looks to go down to the Shakram as
Miracle's too
Juggernaut
strong.
TP's back, TP's forward. Miracle just too strong.
He's taunting us with that triple kill though. I put mine as Jug.
I put mine as Moon because I
put
figured
mine as
Moon
Moon as
we're
well.
getting early. I thought we'd get an early kind of some early action
Yeah.
in Maroon or like at level 3 or something. But
He keeps getting double
Unfortunately-
kills.
Yeah,
Miracle keeps getting
I
double
should've put
kills. I'm like,
Miracle,
oh,
but-
shit.
I should have put Miracle. As Fly wrapping around, he's in a dangerous position. But it turns out QO's it for one in a dangerous position as they roll in, disruption used, they amplify the damage, and just MVP just getting picked apart here by OG's draft. I think I just don't see MVP finding a way back in unless they get an incredible chrono
Still
with
nothing
just
to...
like with
They wanted a chrono.
yeah. They need a really good chrono, but again, the chrono's not going to do much without the initiation, without the kind of the synergy coming out. And they only have like Ion Shell and Chakram and daggers. They don't even have Ember Spirit or anything like that to kind of help out in the chrono. They only have daggers. And if we look at the item progression, it's just not coming along for QO. He's just got bottle and face boots and just kind of like early game items. As there's going to be a 3-man smoke up, they're looking to find a kind of jungle pickoff, but they're going to get scanned. Disaster. MVP getting scanned in the dire jungle. No Tail is going to get daggered. He's a bit out of position, but his team are actually wanting to fight this. Moon Meander is actually going to TP back to base, so they are going to snag up this Observer Ward. And it's a wasted smoke from MVP. And if we look at the net worth lead, it's not massive. It's only like 4k, but at this stage of the game, if you lose another fight, it starts to go to the kind of K mark, which is almost done comeback if you're 7k down at 18 minutes.
I think MVP's problem was, I think they just wanted the 2 iron shells just to ruin every single lane, and it never happened.
OG actually scanned though by that smoke. Just at the end of the scan, it was a weird scan. They used it on the tier 1 tower where Notel was already farming, but it clipped them just at the last second. So they are looking to actually fight into this. No, maybe they didn't realize, because QO is going to get gone on. He jumps away in the end, but Dubu is going to get lassoed up here as he's brought into crit. But Magnetize is going to hit him. Oh, what a vacuum! Chrono! The Iron Shell! It's doing massive amounts of damage. It looked amazing, but it's not enough. As Moon Meander, Flame breaks MP back. It's a 1-for-1 trade as they only get the Half Spirit here, despite a beautiful Chrono. QO does finish off Moon Meander in the backlines. The dagger coming out onto Fly, who might go down too, but MVP being kited out. Miracle gonna Timber Chain forward. For the double Iron Shell, it does go to work here. As now they're looking to maybe get more here. As Kyo gonna blink onto Noto, who doesn't have mana, the vacuum back.
Boom.
A 3-man Iron Shell. What a fight from MVP. Well, we said
Iron Shell is going to work.
we said there was no Chrono synergy, but look at that. What a vacuum.
The thing was, the damage, like, he chronoed, and then Darkseid did his stuff, he placed down his ward and he vacuumed. And it did shit tons of damage for like that 2 seconds that it was up. And then just the damage stopped. Because it was just void with nothing, just right clicking super slowly.
It looked cool though.
It did look awesome.
It looked damn cool. As, MVP finding a way back into this game by the skin of their teeth. And look at the net worth now.
Oh my.
Batrider has his blink now though.
Look at the net worth chart. MVP are actually drawing even.
Blink back on their core void.
Ooh, I mean, I bet he's going like an off-lane build. He's gone Vlad's too. They're really going to look to beef up QO. QO is going to do all the carrying, whilst Void is just more of a utility. I'm sure we'll see maybe... I mean, Void actually does loads of damage, like, just with some Agi items. So if he gets a Diffusal Blade, Manta Style, maybe a Mjolnir,
That's gonna instantly
he'll do so much damage. As Febby, it's just, he's been killed a lot, and he's gonna get killed again. Chakram Timber Chain coming out, the stun from crit.
Spirit Immortal really throws me off actually, because you know when they like roll, and you can, you can click about, you can make it do like 360s, and it really, like, it's really cool.
it's a pretty cool cosmetic though.
It can be facing like sideways, and you could just roll forwards.
Yeah.
Timber's so close to picking up the Bloodstone as well.
Yeah, Miracle, looking quick one. Did actually go for that early Hood of Defiance to block the Iron Shell damage, which was really being a nuisance. I can see why he picked it up. Interesting, he did go to kind of split build between Whirling Death and Reactive Armor, not choosing to max one first, just keeping them both at level 3. Yeah. I mean, now that it's kind of an even game in terms of net worth, how do you think MVP are going to fare for the next kind of 5 minutes or so?
I'll be fine. I'm not sure OG are going to want to force anything. They're not going to smoke up. They're going to be quite defensive. Relax, farm up.
I feel like MVP are going to play
as well. Miracle in a pretty ballsy position, but I guess he knows he's the hardest to kill. As they're just going to completely go on in vacuum coming out. That's the charge. Never Bash coming out onto Miracle. There's the wall. It's just going to be committed onto one, and it's not looking great for them as Dubu is going to get Omni Slash down and actually jumps onto MP, who couldn't get his chrono off. The lucky jumps come out, and that's a two-man pick-off. Or not pick-off, I guess MVP initiated the fight. As Moon looks to go further, he's going to drag QO back. Wow. QO going to go down. The silence comes out. He doesn't have anyone to blink to except for Febby. He does get to him in the end, but the Chakram finishes off QO. As Febby is going to make it out alive. The Sentry Ward just missing out. But Void, just really terrible play there. He time walks in, and he just sits there whilst he gets Omni Slash. He doesn't even throw out Chrono. And, just trouble for days for MVP. As Dubu comes out, he's going to charge again onto Miracle, but there's no Nether Realm, or I can't remember that skill name, there's no Nether Strike. I've used every word in the book but Strike there. There's no bash coming out to kind of contain him for a bit longer for his team.
I think if he's staying longer, it just would have been a replay of their previous fight.
Yeah, I agree.
I did see a way
And-
for MVP to get up.
Well, you said OG weren't going to force a fight. Well, they didn't. But MVP looked to force it, and it just didn't pay off as they slipped back below in the net worth. Going to go back to a 3.5k net worth lead for OG. But Darkseer still just a monster in the net worth. He has nearly got Greaves. Went for Blink before the Greaves build. It's quite a. I do like that build. Didn't actually level up his Wool. Went to level up Sprint instead of getting a level 2 Wool. I'm not sure about that. I mean, in terms of you either get a longer cast range, a greater damage, or you get 1.5 seconds longer of Sprint and 1 second less on cooldown. No, a bit of a weird choice. As Miracle has an Invis rune. There's 5 people. He actually is going to miss all of his spells. Whoa, Miracle slipping up there. Wasting maybe what was a good opportunity as they were all grouped up.
I'll be right back.
But OG, happy to go back to farming.
Holy shit, it's gonna be a deep
No
dive.
tell. Deep charge is going to hit onto 3. Beautiful from Dubu as he instantly never strikes up Fly. But Timber Chain's going to miss again from Miracle. But on the backlines, it's a 3-man magnetize onto Febby, QO, and MP. But they do pick off Earth Spirit.
That was insane from Crit actually, because of Dubu's like heavy dive. They probably just wanted all of the cores, and then Earth Spirit just led them completely all the way.
Yeah, nice play from him as he forces everyone to just focus on him. But their
Leave his
team,
damn cores
it's
alone.
track gold, bro. It's track gold. It's pretty nice, Miracle. Playing ballsy, but he knows his team are there to back him up. Vacuum is just gonna kind of scare him a bit. Bit of a weird.
Oh,
I think.
baited? Oh no. It's gonna be a miracle illusion bait.
I think.
Obviously, it's no tell. But...
Yeah, I think MVP. Bit of a miscommunication. Darkseer went for the vacuum, but team decided not to go. They backed off. Happy with just getting a track kill on the Earth Spirit.
Probably best for them not to go. Or
Juggernaut,
take
he
another.
probably building into that Manta style, but you know, never know. Could be Sanjay and Yasha, an item that's really fallen off. No one really buys anymore. What do you think that is?
Oh what? Sorry.
Why do you think Sanjay and Yasha has come kind of just shunned? It's never bought, even on kind of heroes that it used to always be bought on, like Drow and Jug.
I think the reason it's not on like range heroes is because the slow is just so insignificant. Like barely anything anymore. You can't really control anybody. I think there's just better items. I mean, what's it called? The new item that makes you hit twice?
Echo Saber.
Echo Saber.
Echo Saber. Yeah, I always forget that shit. But that's like a better one. That's like a better.
It's a
thing.
better, cheaper version of Sanjay and Yasha.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know what you can do to make the item viable again, because it's just so expensive. But you can't lower the price of Sanj or Yasha because they're both used in other things that are already kind of cost effective, like Manta and Halberd. You don't want to be lowering the price of 2 pretty good items because they're pretty late game, and lowering Yasha definitely not going to work either.
No, Manta would be broken, man.
Yeah. As they are gonna Febby actually breaking his own smoke, but was invis. As MVP looking to maybe catch this wraparound from OG.
Courier, they must have seen the courier.
Look at this. OG quite caught out here as a crit coming out from
Crit on
QO
crit.
onto crit. But Moomiander is instantly gonna lasso up MP as he's silenced. He doesn't get the chrono off again. They do kill crit. But at the moment, it's Void for crit as they get Febby. Godlike for Miracle, QO does TP, and we're still not seeing a triple kill.
Godlike, what?
Yeah,
don't see
Miracle's
how-
godlike.
I don't
He's
see how MVP
13
win
and
this.
1.
Miracle's
Yeah.
too strong.
It's actually not that. It's not that much of a good goal. OG are gonna instantly try and go into this Roshan, even though No Tail is tracked. They know that Faceless Void would have to commit a buyback to try and make this defense, and they are gonna smoke up. So they're gonna
Alright.
try and maybe contest here. Vacuum onto Wall is nice, but Miracle's gonna get gonna spot out Dubu. Dubu just ignoring him. Is QO looking to get a couple of crits maybe onto him? He's not gonna get anything but Vacuum. Ultimate Whoa, it's brilliant. It's gonna catch out 2. No-Tail and Flight stuck on the high ground as Dubu is now gonna be trapped with No-Tail. QO might get killed by No-Tail here, as the Ion Shell and crits are going to be enough in the end, and that's a 2-for-1 trade. Brilliant so far. QO continuing to dive here as he goes down to Miracle, a double kill for him. Crip gets killed by the Chakram as MP does have a Chrono to throw out, but they don't have any backup or follow-up. The Bash is coming out for him, but Ion Shell, they're not going to do it. But a nice fight from OG. They lose QO, but a brilliant vacuum. And Iron and by Darkseer, he expends. He does the most damage that fight. Brilliant. We've seen that before.
There's a 2k XP change there. From the fight for MVP.
And that was reminiscent of a long time ago when I think Navi played OG. It might be Monkey Business, but it was a long time ago when Phonic was still in the team, and he got a similar vacuum. And I'm not sure who it was against, but it was exactly the same in a kind of losing position, and they managed to come back and win then. So maybe we're seeing.
Could have been a turning point.
Maybe we're seeing a turning point here. As that was a beautiful fight from MVP. As they're actually ahead in net worth by about 500 gold. So a nice comeback here. And this game has certainly not been a no-thrill game. So a really entertaining one to watch so far. And I mean, we questioned MVP's draft, but it's working out. Maybe, well, it's not working brilliantly, but it's doing pretty good against a team with a lot of confidence. OG are going to be.
Surely Fog. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Miracle! He's going to get never striked up. They're going to bash him. The crit coming out as he goes down a beyond godlike streak. As MP, he's gonna he's gonna chrono onto No-Tail. He's gonna get disrupted off, but they're gonna manage to kill Fly in the meantime. The first triple kill is actually gonna go to QO as he gets a triple kill on the back line. No-Tail, oh the crit! It's brilliant. 60 seconds down. Oh no! Another prediction is probably gonna be wrong here as Miracle. He's gotta try and do something. He's gotta stop. OG, take the Roshan, please. Oh, he's cliffed him. He can blink down though. Come on, Moon!
Steal this.
They're gonna try and go for the steal here. Maybe Moon Meander. He's not gonna go in, and that's gonna be the first Roshan for MVP. It was a nice Chakram.
My prediction incorrect there.
Yeah, me too. Ah, I should have put MVP. It looked like OG were gonna do it, but they didn't. And MVP just pulling it out just when they needed to. What a brilliant fight! They just. I'm at a loss. This is OG with a very good kind of in the meta, good kind of strong all-rounded draft, and MVP just with a side with no range and a side which just they lost all their lanes too. Not substantially, I might add though. I mean, it looked like if they'd have lost them as badly as they should have, then this game would be probably a bit different. But thanks to MVP doing okay. Yeah, they're in the lead now. And QO now with Deso and BKB. No, that's all he has though. He's not gone for any kind of beefy up stat items or anything. He's just gone Deso BKB.
Their fight is very much just like PA can just fight around his whole team. Like they can just go in as deep as they want. PA
I think
can stay around.
He used to have Aquila poor man shield and like bottle and stuff, but he just sold all of it to pick up the BKB.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand, selling a bottle, maybe the poor man shield, but Aquila's still, decent to have, decent for pushing, nice stats, beefs you up a little bit. It's a bit strange to see him selling it, but of course BKB and Deso are more pressing, and they're going to go into Miracle again here. MP time dilating him off. That means he's not going to have another Timber Chain. Luckily, Lotus Orb was picked up, so they're going to be able to time dilate. Brilliant vacuum! As that comes out. The vacuum wall is just superb there.
There's no
and MVP,
they're gonna get racked.
MVP are gonna take a Rex.
Oh my!
Whoa! What a vacuum! Whoa! It's just, I can't understand this.
I don't see how this draft's worked.
I don't see either.
Must have been a plan for sure.
I don't even know if they. Do you think they planned?
Buyback on anyone.
Buyback only on MVP.
I think it's because their supports are quite good at just like harassing out and just taking out the other supports.
The Iron Shells played a big part as well, though.
Yeah.
It certainly did early game. It starts to fall off a bit now, but if you can get 3 iron shells in a fight, that's 300 damage per second.
Still, Iron Darkseer, not Iron Shell. Darkseer is above Miracle on net worth.
Darkseer has been playing out of his mind. Forev finishing up Shiva's. He's got Blink, Shiva's Greaves. About to hit his level 16, so he can have a max level ultimate.
Miracle
And what do you?
back death then as well? 8 souls.
Oh my word! What? And Diffusal coming out from Juggernaut, so he finally gets some item progression. He hasn't gotten something for a long time since picking up just the standard Yasha. Surprised he didn't go into that Manta, but I guess he wanted to just have some damage because Manta doesn't offer much in the way of just pure damage. But Diffusal was really nice to kind of help out Miracle too, because the time dilation absolutely destroys Timbersaw.
Rev's definitely the MVP of this game, though, so far.
Oh yeah, Forev, outstanding performance so far. Miracle, he played brilliant early game. It was a really nice kind of. He was beyond godlike, but since that streak ended, he hasn't actually been doing. He's just been dying, just feeding away his souls. As Vanguard picked up for QO, looking to pick up Abyssal Blade next, I reckon.
Oh, he's got Chrono up.
And PA in the driving seat now. He's just shoving people back. Miracle can't come near him anymore. Just one bag on him as well.
Still has Aegis, but Moon's going to jump onto QO here. They're going to try and bust down his Aegis. Yeah, there's the Aegis down. They do get that. Are they going to be able to get him a second time? As instantly the Chakram comes out. Dubu is going to have to cancel this charge as they drums back Miracle, actually missing a chain. That was a forest of trees, Miracle. You can't hit one of them. As Miracle daggered up the bash. There's the Chrono. It's going to hit Miracle walks into it. The disruption comes out, so we don't really get anything from the Chrono, but it's a brilliant vacuum into the wall as a double kill comes out for QO. The tail Omni Slash though does a lot, but it doesn't do enough as Moon Meander goes down to QO. Blink striking away, the roll forward from Crit who ball back. They do bring down QO. So they get the pesky PA, the mega kill going to Earth Spirit as Miracle trying to chase down Dubu. He does have a charge soon. He's not going to get it off as the Boulder Smash comes out. It's headshotted. Oh, OG needed that, and it so nearly went bad for them too. But they get him in the end. A 3 for 2.
I got Miracle his charges back.
Miracle has his charges back. They get QO. I mean, Moon, good job kind of getting the lasso when he noticed the team were too far behind to instantly react. So
he the Aegis before they went high ground, which is great.
Yeah. So he pops the Aegis instead of doing what a lot of teams tend to do, which is just poke and prod at him, and then just kill him when the Aegis expires. But
they're still not back in the driving seat though, because they've got a missing.
No, it's
they're gonna have to play extremely defensive.
MVP with a 12k gold lead, and that fight barely made a dent in it, as it looks like he'll probably go down to about 11k.
Looking to smoke up.
Smoke up from OG. Lanes are adequately pushed up, just using those Manta style to keep it pushed up. MP, he's not getting back here. They might spot Febby. He's gonna get found.
Nice.
He's used his thing for lasso. Instant lasso. He just gets busted. As Crit is looking for more. He's gonna roll into 4. He only gets magnetized onto 1 in the end. It's gonna go onto 2. Fly gets killed in the meantime. Crit, nice vacuum. It only gets onto Miracle and 5-0. There's Dubu almost going down. No Tail gets critted. He goes down. Dubu isn't even gonna get killed in the end. And there's the Timber Chain away. It's OG take a disastrous fight. It looks great. They get the Void. Miracle turning around. He's gonna try and do even more as Moon Meander. The Flame Break. It goes on to 2. Miracle. Oh, he's quite low as he's trying to get that Chakram onto Dubu. Moon Meander.
Yeah, they gave up on that.
In trouble. There's the bash. Miracle trying to save his buddy, but QO forced to BKB here. He Timber Chains away, but he's in a lot of trouble. Another bash. In fact, it crit and bash. Miracle. He's doing so much damage. Can we do it? Miracle, the raid boss. He goes down.
Yeah, he just forgot about his Abyssal Blade.
The raid boss.
It was
Yeah,
like
sorry,
trying to
Beth.
kill
What were you saying?
I
Terramorphous.
said PA actually forgot about her Abyssal Blade in that fight. She didn't use it at all.
I'd have made it 10 times easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was like trying to kill Terramorphous there. They just...
Still got Chrono up
they
on
just-
Void though. There's still Chrono on Void.
It's still Chrono because he died. I think it was
Oh
honestly
my
a good
god,
thing.
look at that net worth lead.
Yeah.
14k, it's only a 5 XP lead, but my word, what a comeback so far from MVP. Just outstanding.
They're gonna look for another fight.
I'm surprised this draft has worked, and after a game like this, you gotta say, how are OG's morale gonna be going into game 2? Many times, we've seen teams kind of lose a game like this, and they just get completely demoralized, and
Yeah,
they
but-
just struggle. But this is OG we're
Especially
talking
as-
about.
Yeah, but they chose this team. Like, imagine just choosing a team which you think you can beat, and then getting, kind of, first of all, losing your
Yeah.
lead, and getting just ruined.
Yeah.
OG must have been extremely
It's
confident
like,
coming
remember-
into this game.
Yeah,
And
it's like
being
when
like
Alliance
this.
played Navi back at I think it was ESL, where they had that 60-minute game where Huskar they were massively
OG just
Oh,
making
in
up.
Huskar
a losing
Oracle.
position, and
OG looking to fight here.
Huskar, yeah, and Huskar brought them back, and then Alliance gets stomped the next game just because of the losing position, like the winning position they lost from. There's this
Yeah.
4-man smoke up from OG. There's no Shadow Demon,
Febby,
but Miracle's
so-
actually going to get spotted out. He's on his own. Febby breaking the smoke. A disaster so
Febby,
far.
they have a
There's a
tanky Febby.
5-man on 5-man so far. Cret, he's going to get a nice
Oh, what
chrono
a
though. On
chrono.
to 3. The flame break
Wall still
actually
up, wall still up.
kind of stopping them a bit. Moon Meander is going to get his lasso off onto QO, but it's only going to be stalling him for a little bit as 4F gets killed by No Tail. No,
Febby's
he's
alive.
going to get killed by his own illusion. A 3-for-1 trade again, and No Tail is going to make the 4. Oh, disaster. Miracle, full HP, pretty high mana. It's pretty
That was their choice
bad
to go there.
for OG. I know,
So she walked
disaster.
into that-
They have buyback.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Absolute
has
disaster. A Juggernaut buyback, a Shadow Demon buyback. They're going to be forced to expend it.
Yeah. Juggernaut's gonna have to buy back here.
Are they just leaving it?
I think they're gonna have to leave Rax.
Yep, this is Rax and Demon Edge coming out from QO. Well,
QO
it
has
couldn't
a
be a
Abyssal Blade.
Rapier, could it? Yeah, he's got a Abyssal Blade, but there's a Lotus Orb up on Miracle.
Juggernaut buyback.
This is
As they're
very
going to try and fight here. There.
Oh
QO
my
just
lord.
bursting down Chia. Shadow Demon on the back lines is Cret. He's going to have to do something. Abyssal Blade used. The Flame Break is going to get him away from QO,
Juggernaut
from
dies here, this is game.
Cret here. But there's a Magnetizer. Only hits onto a few in the end.
Refresh.
Dubu never
If No
striking
Tail
up.
dies here, they lose.
No Tail in trouble. He goes down. QO is so low too.
QO is still alive.
Sorry.
QO,
Buyback, after
what
buyback.
about 200 HP Moomy to try to finish him
Oh,
off, and
there it
GG is cool.
Yeah.
OG losing from a great, with arguably the better draft celebratory Chrono coming out. My word! How on earth did MVP manage to win that one?
I got 2 out of
As-
the 4 predictions. See that game.
Just what a from MVP. Get the heroes they had, and it was all done so fast too.
Their fighting was actually
Yeah.
insane though towards the end. They were just like completely kiting everyone around.
Every single, I don't think there was a single Chrono that game
I really
that
had my
wasn't
money on OG
particularly good.
that game.
Oh yeah,
Who-
so did I.
Who's the MVP?
Oh, 4F.
Breath?
Yeah,
Oh,
Forev,
yeah.
definitely.
4F was outstanding. He was
Everyone's
brilliant.
saying QO apparently.
Well,
Only
QO was
12%
good.
of us said 4F.
Oh no, but he pretty much won. Like he got them back into the game
Yeah.
with a farm because he was so farmed for an offlaner. He could have such a big impact in that mid game, and if it isn't for his farm and it isn't for his amazing vacuum